2212, which is the channel of openness and the design of a social being. And so gate 22 is grace and the gate of openness, and it's a solar plexus gate. So that's that brown triangle on the side of the chart. And then gate 12 is standstill, or the gate of caution, and it's a throat gate, which is the brown square up top. And the 2212 states that openness is dependent on the ebb and the flow of the emotional wave or the mood. And it creatively voices and acts out moodiness, melancholy, passion, romance, and drama of the individual wave. And the quality of restraint of the 12 governs the openness of the 22. And it's limiting it to social interactions with people with mutative potential.
And people that are worth listening to, and people that the articulation feels like, I feel like doing it, and that speaks to gate 12's voice, which says, I know I can try if I'm in the mood. And it's a manifesting channel. There's only 3 manifesting channels. This is one of them, that are just, the channel itself is a manifesting channel. So it says the manifestation of what is it we're going to end up talking about, and the manifestation of romance and this personal relationship, aspect to this is meant to be manifested through the act of living out incredible uniqueness and going through a fickle process. Don't just come strolling in. It's not, you stroll in all you want, but it's not going to work until a long, drawn out, fickle process takes place. And 12 says caution, right? Gate 12 is just straight up caution, and it's cautious about all the action that's below it. That's a lot going on down there. I see you're listening to me, you little temptress, but if I let you listen for too long, I might have to love you back. You know what I mean? I might have to do some of this stuff. And then the emotional chemistry comes in, and the emotional solar plex is the source of all this incredible clarity over bonding and pleasure and food and all kinds of stuff that's pleasurable to us. And gate 12 wants that as soon as it's being offered right. It can't withstand 22 after a little while. It can try and say, I'm not in the mood all at once, but it won't stay there. So that caution is incredibly important. And the whole channel itself, look at on either side of this stream of awareness, this individual stream of awareness, this whole stream itself, the gates on either end, 12 says caution and 38 says provocation. So one's trying to get it going, and the other one's like, whoa, hold on a minute. And in the center is the emotional wave saying, hey, we got some juice to go here. Don't hold us back too far. And 12 ultimately will open up, just like gate 6 will open up to the intimacy and say, yes, I can. That's the power of its voice. Gate 12 can articulate, yes, I can. I'm totally in the mood, and I know I can. Because everything on the individual circuitry is I know or not. I know I provoke you. I know I'm here. I know I'm listening. And 12 is I know I can if I feel like it, period. I know I can have the passion to fall in love with what is it I'm hearing from you, given that we're not fickle at each other enough to push each other away. And the rest is a tease and a ton of fun. That's what the stream says when it's working right in the people who would wear this in their costume. Yep.
That's neat. And it's neat to consider it and just kind of remember of like, okay, this is the 1222 is an individual expression of the emotional experience.
Yep.
And that makes sense that like the 22 is going on that wave, that up and that down and that up and that down. And then the 12, like you said, is like, hey, let's wait. Let's not just shoot something out of this individual wave because it might not be appropriate because you might be in a weird place in your mood. So
Right.
It makes sense that 12 is that caution that's like, hang on, maybe let's temper not speaking because we might be in a weird place. And if I'm in a weird place and I just say some stuff, ooh, that might get me in trouble. I might regret that later. So it makes sense that the 12 has that caution, standstill, that like pause button.
And its concern isn't for will it look silly in the whole group. Its concern is will I look silly to the people I'm intimate with, especially the one I came with. You know what I mean? Because the design of a social being, it already knows it can be social in a group. That's easy. Nothing personal about that in a way, right? You don't have to take it too serious. Its real socialness is in the socialness with one, with the other, or with a couple others, small settings, and especially settings of two, you know, one, a partnership of some sort. That's where it's really, this grace is something powerful. I love how this is. 22 is part of rulership. So the whole emotional process is meant to manifest a type of new, awake, nine-centered, graceful rulership that does get fickle a little bit, but is willing to provoke the next wave of what we think might be new. And please let me mutate you and bring it new. It's new. It's coming. 1, 2, 3, go. So that's this whole stream, and that's this final channel of openness, this design of a social being, or not.
Or not.
There's always or not, design of social being or not, antisocial, totally. This channel will be like, I'm not social right now, and the opposite. Well, that would be true in that moment.